This is ERi-TV. You're watching, dear viewers. Welcome to English News Broadcast for this hour. Coming up are the major headlines for today. The Ministry of Information issues a press release. Diaspora nationals commemorate the 62nd anniversary of armed struggle for independence. U.S. weapons falling into hands of militants in Pakistan. And Transport Ministry says Niger junta reopens airspace after coup. On your local reports, this is the second press release issued by the Ministry of Information. In the past few weeks, we have seen organized acts of violence and vandalism in a number of cities in Europe and elsewhere against festivals and other national events organized by Eritrean communities in the diaspora. The central objective of these violent acts were to disrupt decades-old, exemplary and rich cultural events that Eritreans in the diaspora hold at auspicious historical junctures throughout the year to preserve their national identity and heritage, to deepen their national cohesion, and to cement their bondage with their homeland. The recent violent acts of harassment have unfolded against this backdrop and perspective. They are evidently prompted by and designed to achieve ulterior political objectives. More pointedly, 1. The futile acts of subversion perpetrated through surrogate and rogue groups are in essence sponsored by major intelligence agencies, including Mossad. Bewildered as they are by the indomitable resilience of the Eritrean people, they desperately seek to foment division within its ranks. The details will be divulged in due time. 2. Vicious lies peddled about Eritrean refugees will also be fully debunked in the coming days to dispel distorted narratives and misperceptions. Ministry of Information, Asmara, 5 September 2023. Eritrean nationals in the U.S., Canada, United Arab Emirates, Austria, Egypt, South Sudan, Kuwait and Saudi Arabia enthusiastically commemorated the 62nd anniversary of the beginning of the armed struggle for independence. According to reports, the commemoration event conducted on 3 September in Washington, D.C. featured cultural and artistic performances depicting the day. Speaking at the occasion, Mr. Birhane Gebrehiyot, charge d'affaires at the Eritrean embassy, said that September 1st, the beginning of the Eritrean struggle for independence, is the symbol of the resilience and perseverance of the Eritrean people. And as a result, Mr. Birhane said that the Eritrean people and its leadership have been able to ensure free political choice based on self-reliance and developed proud and respected country. At the commemoration event that the Eritrean community in Canada organized on 2 September, Ms. Amarish Mebratu, head of the Eritrea's General Consulate in Canada, said that the Eritrean spirit of perseverance, unity and resilience should be the guiding principle of the Eritrean people. Similarly, the 62nd anniversary of the beginning of the armed struggle for Eritrea's independence was colorfully commemorated in the United Arab Emirates, Egypt, Austria, South Sudan, Kuwait and Jeddah, featuring cultural and artistic programs depicting the day. On your last local report, residents of 8 administrative areas in Maimene subzone are conducting commendable water and soil conservation activities. According to Mr. Yarid Habtagirgis, head of the Agriculture Office in the subzone, the residents of the administrative areas of Ad Ashkar, Ad Bahilai, Ad Nala, Dabre, Maqabr Tabla and Shamtambosa, Maimene's semi-urban center, have constructed a number of terraces and water diversion schemes, have renovated over 100-kilometer dirt road and planted about 60,000 tree seedlings. Mr. Yared also said that members of the Eritrean Defense Forces in the areas have joined the popular campaign. Commending the strong participation the residents demonstrated in the program, Mr. Major Tsagay and Ms. Abrahet Berhe, administrators of the Ma'abr Tabla and Shamtambosa, said that the popular campaign will continue. The residents on their part said that the water and soil conservation program will have significant contribution in boosting their agricultural production and commended the strong participation of the public. Dear viewers, and now do stay tuned for your international reports after the short break. Welcome back. Prime Minister Anwar ul-Haq Kakar has lamented that equipment left behind in Afghanistan has strengthened the Pakistani Taliban. Much of the American weaponry abandoned during Washington's chaotic 2021 withdrawal from Afghanistan has fallen into the hands of Islamist fighters, including the Pakistani Taliban. Prime Minister Kakar told reporters yesterday that the U.S. weapons have boosted the firepower of Tehrik-e-Taliban Pakistan, or TTP, emerging as a new challenge for Islamabad. According to the PM, or the Prime Minister, American military equipment has enhanced the capabilities of TTP fighters, contributing to increasingly fierce attacks on Pakistan's security forces in recent months. The TTP is allied with the Afghan Taliban, which seized Kabul and returned to power as U.S. forces were evacuating from the war-torn country in August 2021. Kakar did not provide details on how the abandoned U.S. weapons had ended up in the hands of Pakistani militants. On today's final report, Niger's military leaders have reopened the country's airspace to all commercial flights after closing it on August 6, after they seized power in a coup, a transport ministry spokesperson said on Monday. The closure had forced Air France and other European carriers to suspend some flights and take longer routes across the African continent. Landlocked Niger is more than twice the size of France, and many flight paths across Africa would normally pass above it. The junta had initially closed Niger's airspace, citing the threat of military intervention from the West African regional bloc. They did not immediately give a reason for lifting the ban. Dear viewers, that was all with your domestic and international reports for today, and now a very quick recap of the major headlines. The Ministry of Information issues a press release. Diaspora nationals commemorate the 62nd anniversary of armed struggle for independence. U.S. weapons falling into hands of militants in Pakistan. And Transport Ministry says Niger junta reopens airspace after coup. Dear viewers, that was it for today. Thanks for watching and have a good one.